There's this strange campaign going on to make women feel good and not mind aging. And I think it's all a plot to have them delay motherhood or not worry about delaying motherhood. So take a look at this.
I think I'm hotter now than I have ever been. I know that I am.
You are.
You are.
Confirmed.
I'm in my 60s. People think that no one looks at you anymore. And the truth of the matter is, I have just as many people who want to sleep with me now as I ever did.
I'm miles happier than I was younger. I don't want to ever go back there.
Too old to do what?
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm in my, early 30s.
Of course, you feel put out to pasture if you put all your eggs in the basket of beauty, which is just a proxy for youth and fertility, so that you can become a mother, so that you can attract a male. That's going to fade. But you also have motherhood, you have grandmotherhood, you have building a legacy, you have mentoring, you have becoming the matriarch of a family. Those things don't depend on your looks. But here again, women will not take responsibility for the choices that they make.
What kind of story do you think our society tells women about aging?
By the time you get to 50, they've just completely, written you off.
You're done.
You are out to pasture.
You're responsible for building a life, for using your leverage in your youth to build a life that'll give you long-term mental stability. But now they cling to maidenhood until their 60s, and then they cry foul when nature doesn't cooperate. It's just another biological reality that they've thrown on the ice to die. There's nothing I detest more than actresses whining about how unfair the world is and how difficult it is to be a woman.
I was told also it's going to be over by 40. So work. But then went straight into menopause, hardcore symptoms in my early 40s after my second child, and felt like if I ever dared to mention that word, I would be branded as, redundant, finished, off to pasture, go to the sidelines. You're not sexy. There's no way you can act anymore. That's, it'd be career suicide to bring that into the room.
Nobody forced you to become an actress. Nobody forced you to choose a business where you're selling your looks. Nobody's forcing you to audition for the maiden roles. Look at Maggie Smith. You can the whole blaming society, blaming social media. Nobody's forcing you into cosmetic surgery. Nobody's forcing you to stay in Hollywood. They made their careers by selling their youth and selling their looks, and now resent the bill that came due. The same coping mechanism as with childlessness. Not having children is psychologically painful. It will cause some form of psychopathology in most women. But instead of admitting it, they spin the story. It's society that doesn't accept childless women. They're making it difficult for us, and that's why we're struggling. And it's the same thing with aging. I would feel great about myself if it wasn't for society. Flip the genders for a moment. Imagine a 60-year-old man whining on camera that women find him attractive, demanding that society make him feel comfortable. Would we celebrate him? Look at Brad Pitt. He just made his aging a key feature in the story in this new F1 movie. It was amazing. He plays a veteran. He plays into his age. He doesn't whine about it. I'm sorry to show you this. This video just made me a little bit dumber. Drew Barrymore interviews Anna Kendrick about her turning 40.
Are you turning 40?
I am. Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel really great about it. Like, I'm one of those people that as I approach like a milestone age, I'll just start saying it anyway. So I just am saying like, yeah, I'm 40. Like, and I'm not, but I feel like I might as well just start saying it. Cause I also like, I've kind of been obsessed with like just finally becoming a grown-up since I was like a baby.
Being a grown-up is awesome.
It's so awesome.
It is so not overrated.
No, I made it. I'm in control. I'm allowed to like exist and not kind of ask permission to like grab a cookie at night.
I've got it.
What? What have you got?
I've got it.
What?
If I can trust myself, everything will be okay.
Have you ever met an adult call themselves a grown-up? To make matters worse, They try to spin being older is beautiful and don't worry about still being childless. You can go for younger boys. So they're trying to encourage older women in their late 30s, to go for younger boys because they're more emotionally available. That's the solution. Yeah, and it's also a little bit pervy. Somehow they're allowed this.
Women over 35 have a 78% chance of ending up with a guy who is younger than them. I read an article that basically said women are now saying that these YBs, that is our term for young boys, are more emotionally available than the older generations. Studies show also that men under the age of 35 are 40% more likely to prioritize emotional connection over traditional roles, making them more compatible with confident, self-sufficient women, which is a lot more of women these days.
No one owes you comfort for aging. No one owes you validation for rejecting motherhood. No one owes you a dating market at 45. Men have to reap what they sow, so why shouldn't women? What you can have is a legacy. Aging gracefully is building a life where age doesn't terrify you, because you haven't built that life on the one thing you just can't have anymore. For those who don't see feminism's hand in this, they are just blind. This is just about preventing women from filling their lives with something that's not just about themselves.
Women are the most valuable after the age of 40, in my opinion. Everything is leading up to who you become in your 40s. I've never felt more interesting, confident, powerful, sure of what I want, sexy, accepting of myself and other people. I've never felt more sane.